Ambassador, and welcome to Africa Connected. Thank you very much for spending time with us.
You're very much welcome.
The Ethiopian ambassador to India actually was quoted as saying that Ethiopia is the land of economic opportunities.
Correct.
And also, I think as you're one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
Correct.
And the fastest amount of millionaires being created in Africa. Let's talk about economic growth in Ethiopia and just, how this is happening at such a fast rate.
Yeah. I think that's an important concept to capture. Ethiopia is a land of opportunities, and specifically land of economic opportunities. This is, in fact, we have been always saying there are several reasons why one should invest in Ethiopia, or why one should engage with the Ethiopian government and Ethiopia as a whole. I think the bottom line is working with policies that are domestically tuned, taking local considerations or local context considerations. You may have so many experiences, so many practices, then still how you fine-tune it to your own circumstances. That is the basis of our rapid development, I should say. We have this motto of rapid, sustainable, and also the development that considers the equality aspect, the equity aspect as well into consideration. So these three things at the same time, the fast development, sustainable development, and also addressing the equality issue at the same time. So this is our constitution, and these are our policies. Then we started with whatever we have in our hand. We didn't started with industry in our mind. We did have industry in our mind, but we thought to go to the industrialization scheme, you have to build on agriculture. When you think about agriculture, now you are bringing like the whole population. Now we are a very agrarian agriculture society. So the policy framework was agriculture-led industrialization, so that the small landholders, the smallholders, all will be activated to be part of the process. So no one left behind.
Yes, that's very important.
That's very important. So no one left behind. So the government is trying to reach out through various extension programs, through the agriculture extension programs, through the education, massive education programs, massive health programs, to make sure each and every individual is productive in his or her small yield. Then this has created an accelerated and fast development, really. Then now the government started to rethink, in fact, on the same line, how you can tap now this development towards industrialization. And in the process, there are also several investments, particularly infrastructure investments in the country. That may be road sector, railway sector, air transport, so and so on. Then we come to the point how you can now maximize from the stage where you are to move to the next step. Now this is where it comes, the mega projects and whatever with a huge government investment, then to attract even more. In fact, we said like these are the commanding heights where you can still open up even for further acceleration of the economic growth in the country. So for us, I think the secret behind is to mobilize the farmers all over in their own small yard to be as productive as possible. Then the government to fill all kinds of market failures through various investment projects. Then the third step, which we are now, is to even open up more the private sector, locally as well as internationally, to be part of those processes. So that's how we really come all the way. Now, as we speak, the policy environment is wonderful for investment, and I should say a very stable the financial sector, which we can always deal with. When you want to invest there, you have these investment security frameworks.
Can you talk to us a bit more about the investment security frameworks that would help if people want to invest?
Yeah, we are. I think the starting point is the Constitution. The Constitution, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia Constitution, protects all investments from any kind of expropriations. And yes, from any kind of those kind of challenge. And the same Constitution also led us to sign important international agreements, like what we call the multilateral investment agreements, which we call it a MIGA agreements. We are also signatories of the conventions on the dispute resolutions between the state as well as the owners of the non-state owners as well. So we have the investment law that translates Constitution into action against that protects any kinds of investment in the country or from outside the country, any FDIs from all kinds of hustlings and problems. So we have that very environment. I think the important point to mention is the access related issues as well.
Yes.
Ethiopia is geographically well situated. In fact, people call it like a crossroads to all continents. The way we are located is you can very easily access the European market. In fact, there is a provision called also the IVA, everything but arms, where you can bring your products produced in Ethiopia to Europe. From Republic of South Africa to one of those European countries, probably you may need to fly 11 hours.
Yes.
But from Addis to some of those European countries, you only fly like 5-6 hours. Ethiopia is also very accessible to Middle East as well.
Yes, that's true. And I've seen there's a lot happening with Egypt and...
Yes, with Middle East, and we are also a member of COMESA, where about 23 countries are members with a population of almost 400 million. Even the country's population, Ethiopia's population, as we speak, is now the second largest in the continent. We have close to 110 million population right now.
So second largest to Nigeria?
Yes, next to Nigeria. Yes. So this the location as well as market access has been always very exemplary. Above all, the policy environment and also the government preparation. We have what we call industrial parks and also integrated agro-industrial parks as well, where an investor on a selected priority areas. These are like agriculture and agro-processing, manufacturing related with those ones, the pharmaceuticals, where you can also, within the agriculture and agro-processing, think of textiles, leather and hides, and so many of them. We can, the list really goes. We have well-packaged incentives when you do those ones. But the important thing is there is no hassle to look for a land. You just go into these industrial parks. It's like you have the machineries, you have the technology yourself. You go into those parks. It's like we call it a plug and play. It's like a one-stop shopping. You have all those services in one and the same place. In fact, there is an opportunity also. You can build your own shade in the park in a way you like in terms of design. So the tax holiday issues, the import-export tariffs, incentives, so on, they are available there as well. So in its totality now, the political system is now, as a developmental state, is encouraging and calling for a potential investment, particularly the FDI, particularly export-led ones, to be part of the development process as a whole.